Coming into turn 1 here, you're going to want to get your left set of tires just onto the blue strip on the left, just past the red and white bumper curb, without having your right-hand tires go over the white line. And then you want to brake just after the 100-meter board. You want to aim for a mid to slightly later apex on this one to maximize your speed exiting onto the straight. Try to avoid the inside yellow bumper curb at all costs. It'll disrupt your car and you'll lose either a ton of time or you'll slide. You want to apply throttle fairly gently, as it's easy to lose the rear here and any little slip can lose you a ton of time going down this straight. Also be very cautious of the exit curb. If you touch the yellow sausage curb on the exit at all, that'll be a track cut. And any of the blue material on this whole track will slightly slow your car down. For turn 2, you want to brake just after the 100-meter board again. So we're aiming for a fairly late apex here. Try to touch the inside curb just after the yellow sausage curb again. And be very careful with your inputs going over this crest. If you take a little bit too much curb, if you have too much steering angle, or if you have too much throttle input, it's very easy to lose the rear. We're going to apply throttle here fairly gently to avoid any slides. And we, once again, can't touch the yellow sausage curb on exit. That'll result in an immediate track cut. Coming into turn 3, we're going to brake right at the 100-meter board or just before. And we're aiming to take as much of the inside curb as we can. This is a very tricky corner as it's all off camber, and it's easy to lose the rear here with too much trail braking or if you add throttle too early. Right at the end of the inside curb, you can start to apply throttle. Once again, be careful here as it's still a bit off camber, but as we get to the end of that inside curb, the track does start to compress a little bit, so you have some extra turning grip here on the exit. Careful not to touch the blue material here on the outside of the red and white curb. That will give you a track cut. For this corner, we're going to brake just after the 50 marker board. We're going to get our left set of tires as close to the white line without going over it to avoid a track penalty. And just before you brake, we're going to turn in slightly. I did go a little bit wide on this lap, but I didn't lose much time because I maintained a lot of the speed. But you definitely can get a little bit closer to the inside apex here. For this corner, we're going to brake just as the blue material on the right-hand side ends. And we're going to trail the brake through the corner to get rotation without losing too much speed. This inside curb here can easily disrupt the balance of your car. I found that to be able to take it stably, I had to bleed off too much speed. Heading into the second last corner, we're going to brake a little bit before the 50-meter board here. And we're going to apply just a bit of steering as we start braking. This inside curb can be used for a little bit of extra rotation. For the most part, it didn't cause me many issues, but this is a tricky corner to avoid losing the rear on, so use at your own discretion. For the last corner, we're going to start braking just after the track changes its pitch slightly. So you'll notice a transition where it's a little bit more flat and then it goes just 1 or 2 degrees more downhill. And that's what I've been using for the braking reference. We're looking to apex this just after the yellow sausage curb on the inside. You can get on the throttle fairly aggressively as the track compresses right around the apex of this corner. I hope you guys enjoyed my track guide. The setup is in the description, and you can also find the Low Fuel Motorsport page with the mod downloads, and you can sign up to race. I'll see you next week for my next guide, and here's a full lap from an external camera so you can better see the track limits. I hope to see you guys on track.